Hello, 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 everybody. We're back with another vid. It's 2019, and it's pretty much just been radio silence from Square about the game. We have no new news that I'm even aware of, but I felt like I should make some kind of video since it's 2019. The game's coming out very, very soon. Just got some TGS gameplay in the back. Y'all have seen this. It's going to be pretty secondary to the video, but what I want to talk about, as you could maybe tell from the title, is my top 5 most wanted features in the remake or the remaster. And these are going to range from somewhat maybe reasonable, somewhat possible, to probably will never happen in 8 million years. But either way, I want to talk about it. So 5 things that I want, that I don't necessarily think are going to be in the game, but that I would like to be in the game. So number 1 thing, or number 5, I should say. We'll count back from the least wanted to most wanted. How about that? And I'll try to keep this under 10 minutes. So number 5 would be some type of hard or hardcore mode. What I mean by that is just something that will let more experienced players, the more players who are aware of the game, people who've played it a lot, to get more enjoyment out of it, and maybe have some better rewards for playing on hard mode. Of course, we don't know how save files are going to work or how lobbies are going to work or anything like that. But I think being able to choose the difficulty early on would be cool. I think having something like that, something that after you beat the game once, you can go back and there'll be more challenge, would be cool. Since the base game doesn't really have that, which is fine. But I just think that it would be good. Next up, number 4, we have better rewards for the Moogle houses. I think the Moogle houses are pretty cool. Some of them are pretty hidden. Others not so much, but it was a cool collectible in the original to go and get all the stamps and be able to play the mini game. But I feel like for the remaster, it should be something maybe a little bit cooler than that. And maybe that's something I'll get into later on in the vid. But I think something for the Moogle houses would be cool. The Moogle dens, the huts, whatever you want to call it. That could be like cosmetic things or other mini games, or maybe is that a thing where you can unlock profile pictures for the Switch? I don't know, man. But something like that would be cool. Trophies on PS4. Next up, we have more town quests, or the multi-part side quests. If you guys know about the Princess quest line, it's a very cool multi-year, multi-part side quest where you have to do certain things on certain years and talk to certain NPCs at certain times to get this quest line to progress. And at the end, you get a whole bunch of money. I think it would be cool if there was more stuff like that and more stuff to do in the towns that aren't necessarily in the levels, in the dungeons. And again, the rewards for that could be anything you could think of. Possibly cosmetics, possibly not. But I do think that would be a pretty heat addition to the game. Maybe it wouldn't be too elegant to add a whole bunch. It would maybe start feeling a little bit too much like an MMO, but I think it would be good either way. So next up, we got number 2. How am I doing on time here? Oh, we're doing great. Number 2, I'm actually going to talk about for a while, I think, and it's a very thin line between this being cool and this being too much, I think, for the game. And that is more character customization, right? So in the base game, you have the 4 races, right? The 4 tribes, and you can choose from 4 males and 4 females for those tribes, right? And it's a lot, but I think with this now being an online game where maybe you'll meet a lot of different people, you'll see a lot of different people, I think that it could be an issue that a lot of people's characters are going to look exactly the same, which is not a good thing, but it's not the worst thing ever. I just think it would be really cool if we had some type of more character customization, possibly in the clothing that we can make our character wear, maybe in like hair color, eye color, possibly in like we could even have cosmetic differences for the armor. If you don't know, in this game, when you put on different armor, it doesn't change the look of your character. Only certain things change cosmetically on your character, and that's like your weapon and your shield or whatever, your belt. And so I think it would be cool to have more stuff like that. And this would also be a way to bring back in the painting. If you've ever played this game single player, you would know that you can paint your Moogle different colors in the Moogle dens. And back in the original, having different colors on your Moogle would make your GBA screen do different things if you, for some reason, were playing single player with a GBA. So being able to like paint your character's clothes might be cool. I don't know if they would ever do that, but I think it would be a pretty awesome thing to have in the game. If not that, then just some very light, very elegant character customization. Like I said, I don't think anybody would want the game to be like an MMO, to have just insane characters all running all over the place. But just that, I think, would be nice. And coming up on the end here, we have my #1 most wanted thing in the game, which is remastered music. Oh my god, this would be insane, dude. If we could get remastered music for every track in the game, this would be such a dream come true that it would hardly even be believable. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with the audio design in the remaster, or if anything's going on at all. But I think it's a decent assumption that something will be different. And if we could get remastered tracks, that would be amazing. But what would be even more amazing is, you know how we've seen the River Bell Path with the different textures, right? We've seen River Bell Path with like the autumn looking leaves and stuff, and the summer and the fall. If every level in the game has like 3 different versions for the 3 different cycles, and we get maybe like a slightly different musical track for each one, that would be wild. Like, that would be so cool that I wouldn't even be able to handle it. And obviously, I should bring up the vocal tracks. I don't know what they're gonna do with the vocal tracks, like the main theme, which is called Morning Sky in English. I don't know if like a high quality version of it exists on the internet. So if they could like get that and have a high quality version of it, or possibly if they could have you know, a different performance of it entirely, that would be so sick. Like, that would make the remaster for me right there. Anyways, that's 5 things that I could think of at the top. Things that I wanted from the remaster. If y'all have any wanted features or wanted things that you want in the game, let me know in those comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, which I'm sure you are, because that's where it is. I actually am streaming right now. If you guys didn't know, you can follow my Twitch as well. Pop that in the description. Anyways, that's it. I'm out. I might make some more vids like this in the future, but for right now, I'm gone. Thanks for watching. Later.